In the heart of royal tradition, the King's Guard performs their solemn duties with honor and discipline. Yet amid this dignity, there are moments when boundaries are broken by tourists who fail to show the respect such service deserves. In today's video, we witness troubling encounters where guards are forced to react firmly in defense of tradition, safety, and sacred space. A rude young man mocked the guard and was immediately warned by armed police after provoking a serious reaction. The guard shouted at inconsiderate tourists disturbing his duty. All visitors should show proper respect at this post. The guard leaned down and firmly yelled at a Chinese woman who had stepped into the ceremonial white box.
Minutes left at this sound. Get ready.
A tourist slapped the horse 3 times. The guard shouted, told her to back off, and called for police. Ignoring orders completely, a woman was confronted as the guard pulled the horse toward her and issued a warning. The guard angrily shouted at a Chinese tourist who had stepped across the white line without permission.
Just get back in the box, there we go.
A man disturbed the horse. The guard moved it forward in frustration to drive the rude tourist away. "Step back," the guard commanded clearly, when a disrespectful woman ignored the ceremonial boundary.
Stand back. Stand back. Stand back.
Despite repeated warnings, a stubborn woman kept crossing the line. The guard advanced the horse to drive her out. The guard shouted at a woman to get out of the white box after her rude and intrusive behavior. The soldier and the guard had enough of a rude Chinese tourist and reacted with clear frustration.
just drinking some water.
She politely nodded for permission, but rules are rules. The guard told her firmly to leave the ceremonial space. A rude Indian tour group upset both the guard and the police by disregarding respectful conduct.
Oh, there we go.
That is the business you do, my friend. He's like, I seem to do really well. Excellent, you did this.
Folks, this group are completely out of control. They're being super disrespectful.
Ridiculous. Yeah, he should have actually charged all straight into them.
Two girls stepped beyond the line. The guard reminded them to respect boundaries. A touch of royalty awaits indeed. Unbelievable. A foolish tourist blocked the horse's path. The guard had to act immediately to restore order. The guard shouted loudly at a man wearing headphones who blocked the path, completely unaware of the ceremony.
Where's another one?
I mean, to be honest, it's lucky that he even heard.
Pro-Palestinian protesters disrupted the horse guards, but were quickly dispersed by armed police maintaining order.
No, stop it.
Police stepped in to warn a disobedient tourist standing in the horse area despite repeated instructions to leave. The horse was agitated. The guard sternly warned the tourist to get out of the ceremonial white box. A loud shout from the guard dispersed a rude crowd, blocking the path during the solemn ceremony. "Get back! The line!" the guard shouted as a woman tried to approach the horse for a photo. A Chinese tourist grabbed the horse's reins. The guard reacted instantly to protect the horse from distress.
That agreement from the gunner. Oh, there we go.
Luckily the gunner was on it, and she knew the girl's intentions before she did.
A male tourist stood in the white box. The guard reminded him to respect the rules and step out. A woman broke the royal rule by stepping over the line. The guard addressed her immediately and firmly. The guard shouted at teenagers blocking his path, demanding clear passage during the solemn routine. A Chinese tourist ignored multiple warnings. The guard had to shout repeatedly to enforce the ceremonial boundary.
At the back of his head.
But, like, you know, it's not exactly rocket science. Oh, someone was.
The guard shouted, "Get out!" twice at a male tourist who stood improperly inside the ceremonial box. A tourist entered the box. The guard responded quickly with a clear warning to leave the restricted area. German students mocked the guard, but he remained calm and composed, showing dignity despite the disrespect.
Speak English. Or I told the police I'll be thrown out. This clown here. So explain to him in German that it's being very rude. Chap, being disrespectful. Get lost. Yeah. Bye. See ya. Yeah, that's it. Bye-bye. Bye. What? Learn the laws of the country you're visiting. Otherwise, get lost.
Amidst the grandeur of royal tradition, there are moments of quiet tenderness, when noble horses and children meet in scenes of pure joy. In today's video, we invite you to witness heartwarming encounters between young ones and the King's Guard horses. These gentle moments, filled with smiles, soft touches, and loving embraces, remind us that warmth and wonder can thrive even within the most formal settings. Pure joy as a special little girl in a wheelchair visits the royal horse and guards for the first time. A precious family photo. Baby in stroller shares a warm royal moment with the King's Guard. An adorable baby poses for their very first picture with the Royal Guard. Truly heart-melting.
Mira, mira, que viene el otro por ahí caminando.
A beautiful little girl smiles as her mother lifts her to gently stroke the majestic royal horse. The royal horse shows a tender interest in the baby, lovingly held by her father. Two cheerful Japanese boys joyfully meet and pet the king's horse for the first time. A touching moment as a baby gently pets the king's horse, held safely in their mother's arms. A loving father carries his infant to meet the royal guard's horse, a moment of warmth and wonder. The royal horse curiously leans in to observe the adorable baby, seated peacefully in a stroller. Royal Guard gently leads the horse closer to delight two amazed children, creating a magical family moment. A sweet baby reaches out with her tiny hand, hoping the king's horse will come near. A father's love shines as he poses with his child and the noble royal horse. The horse remains calm and still as the smiling little girl lovingly pets him while in her father's arms. Two joyful girls pose with the royal horse, smiles bright and memories made forever. A boy meets the majestic king's horse. His pure joy and gentle touch show a true magical moment. A happy little girl waves her magic wand and smiles brightly beside the royal horse and guard. A newborn is lovingly held by Dad during a gentle, memorable visit with the king's horse.
Look at this, 4 weeks old.
The joyful boy beams with happiness while taking a cherished photo beside the majestic royal horse. A heartwarming meeting. Baby in mother's arm shares a sweet first encounter with the royal horse. The baby, captivated by the king's horse, gazes in wonder while being gently held by Mom. This little boy looks adorably curious as his parents lift him up for a photo with the royal horse. Royal guards show gentle kindness to a baby in a stroller, an unforgettable act of warmth and respect. A dream fulfilled. This baby gets to touch the royal horse while being lovingly held by mom. The king's horse showers affection on two little children, showing how deeply horses can love. This horse gently bonds with a mother and her baby, an incredibly touching royal moment. Even the king's guard couldn't resist smiling back at this baby girl's joy as she visited the horse. A sweet little girl visits and poses happily beside the gentle royal horse. Carried by her father, the little girl admires the royal horse from afar with joyful wonder.
Ja, misschien kan je allebei doen, oké?
This loving boy continuously strokes the royal horse, who enjoys every moment of their connection. A cute baby has fun at the Royal Guard area, spreading joy with every little giggle. King's Guard smiled after scaring a tourist, thanking them silently for understanding to make more space. His smile softened the interaction, creating a respectful and lighthearted moment. A corporal of horse chatted warmly with a new guard, giving instructions. Both laughed and smiled, showcasing camaraderie and professionalism within the King's troop. A man affectionately stroked the horse while chatting with the guard. The guard smiled back warmly, suggesting a bond of mutual respect and understanding. A tourist with special needs gently touched the horse. The King's troop made her day unforgettable with their kindness and care. Huge respect to these dedicated individuals. A Navy sailor's surprise homecoming melted hearts. His wife's emotional embrace captured their deep bond. Celebrating love and relief after their long separation. A beautiful, unforgettable reunion. A soldier surprised his father at work after 9 months apart. Overwhelmed with emotion, the nurse embraced his son tightly. Showcasing their unbreakable bond in love. An elderly man took a picture with the guard and horse. Before leaving, he turned back to thank the guard, who responded with a polite nod, respect and kindness. A thoughtful soldier brought orange juice to the horsemen on a scorching day in London. Her act of kindness spoke volumes about camaraderie and care. A King's Guard moved his horse closer so a woman in a wheelchair could pet it. His thoughtful gesture left everyone watching deeply moved. A little girl waved to the guard and his horse while chatting excitedly. The guard's subtle nod acknowledged her joy, creating a heartfelt and memorable interaction. A soldier surprised his family during a football game in South Carolina. crowd cheered as his family embraced him, overwhelmed with love and gratitude. A groom was moved to tears as his cousin, a soldier, surprised him at his wedding. Their emotional embrace made the day even more special. An armed police officer helped a tourist approach the king's horse. Ensuring a safe and cherished experience. Both expressed gratitude and respect for the moment. Two guards exchanged cheerful conversation, with one on horseback smiling warmly. Their camaraderie highlighted the lighter side of their duties. A truly lovely moment. A guard shared a lively conversation with a veteran, both laughing heartily. The interaction reflected mutual respect and a shared history of service. Huge admiration. A king's guard moved his horse closer to help a disabled girl take a picture. His gesture of kindness warmed everyone's hearts. A soldier reunited with his homeless brother on a train. Their emotional embrace was a powerful reminder of love and resilience. A soldier surprised his sister in a restaurant after 2 years apart. Overcome with emotion, they embraced tightly, marking an unforgettable moment of joy. A tourist politely asked the king's guard for a photo. The guard's courteous response reflected mutual respect. Making it a heartwarming and memorable moment. A tourist asked the king's troop for permission to feed the horse. The guard kindly agreed and allowed the children to pet the horse. Creating a joyful interaction. A little girl took a selfie with the guard and horse. The guard smiled slightly at the camera. Adding a personal touch to the beautiful moment. King's Guard couldn't stop smiling as tourists laughed at a playful moment involving the horse. The scene was filled with lighthearted joy. The royal horses are magnificent partners in tradition, but they can be easily startled or upset, making it crucial for visitors to keep a respectful distance. Tourists inch too close, ignoring repeated warnings. A firm shout from the guard emphasizes the horse's safety above all else. When words fail, a gentle push from the horse itself drives stubborn onlookers back. Large crowds can stress the animals. Authorities step in. Clearing the area to ensure the horse's comfort and safety. A visitor disregards clear warnings and reaches out. The guard reacts instantly to protect both the horse and the sanctity of tradition. Tourists receive another blunt reminder. The horse is not a petting exhibit. These simple rules exist for everyone's well-being. Despite signs and shouts, some can't resist stepping in for a photo. The guard's swift response underscores the seriousness of the boundary. Ignoring the white line, they crowd the horse. The guard's stern words leave no doubt. This behavior won't be tolerated. Occasionally, tourists treat the King's Guard like mere entertainment, forgetting these soldiers are highly trained professionals with a solemn duty.
You as a group, out horse guards, please. Now, thank you very much.
A foolish tourist makes silly faces and stands too close. Expecting the guard to stay silent. When the disrespect goes too far, the guard firmly intervenes. Visitors behave rudely, crossing boundaries and mocking the ceremony. The guard's escalating anger is a stark reminder that disrespect has consequences. Another individual thinks it's funny to tease the guard.
You as a group, out horse guards, please.
Until he's removed from the area altogether.
In front of our soldiers, you can do it somewhere else.
This swift action shows just how serious the guards are about their role. One of the most iconic sights in London is the King's Guard marching in strict formation. Sadly, unprepared tourists often block their path or fail to move in time. A visitor unknowingly steps in front of marching guards. Their unwavering discipline means they don't deviate from their route, no matter who's in the way. An armed officer's commands fall on deaf ears when a cyclist crosses a restricted boundary. The officer's firm intervention proves that courtesy applies to everyone, even those on wheels. Amid the stern commands and strict discipline, there are moments when a guard's compassion or a tourist's politeness shine through, reminding us of the humanity behind the uniform. Noticing a respectful visitor admiring the horse, the guard gently shifts so they can see it better. A brief yet heartwarming moment of mutual respect. Instead of shouting, the lady guard calmly explains why boundaries must be observed. Her thoughtful approach turns a potential scolding into a short lesson in etiquette. The group of tourists ignored the warning and stood too close to the horse to take pictures. The guard gently reminded them to give the horse space and ensure their own safety. The guard seemed to be in poor condition, but he was trying to fulfill his duty, demonstrating the resilience of a true sentinel. He truly deserved everyone's respect. From pressing the emergency button to carefully guiding curious onlookers, these clips highlight the King's Guard's dedication to safety, tradition, and respect. Day after day, they uphold a centuries-old heritage while facing endless waves of tourists, some polite, others less so.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us for these remarkable moments. May we all remember that a bit of courtesy goes a long way. Behind every crisp uniform stands a dedicated individual, proud to protect a royal legacy that has endured for generations.